Okay. Hello, Gina. Hope that sounds good. So we can proceed. Okay, let's have a look. Yes, okay. So we shall move along. Okay, so just seeing if there's yep. Okay, so in front of us we have New Zealand, US. So confirmed vertical line reaching a diamond. Okay, we can see that there's an open percentage level still there, so definitely could push down to there and push down back into the second support band. Okay, whoops, some questions. Question, can I check which candle is okay to enter based on retracement for the candle after? Please. Very good. Yes, I was actually going to cover that, so let's have a look. Okay, so what Jenna's asking, or for clarification, is when we don't have a vertical line, a confirmed vertical line, and we have the alert from window 5. It will say retracement found. Yes. Okay. Now, in this case, in any of these cases, the yellow histogram is the one we're looking for to have criteria met. Okay. So I've already put I'm just going to go and share the PDF. Okay. So you can see the PDF in front of you. So the same criteria that we use for our vertical lines are the same things that are required when we get an alert from the retracement. Okay, so that's what we're looking for, and as you can see, it's a minimum of 4 criteria. Window 3 and 4 must be the right shading, the same shading. You must have a vertical line, and if you don't have a vertical line, and sometimes and that's why we have a window 5 there just to help us out. So when there isn't a vertical line, but all the criteria is met, it will trigger an opportunity. And in as the situations here that we've just had, where the trade has gone down and hit the riverbank, and in this case you can see there's a little dot there, so it's got a mini diamond, and price has gone back up, and you can see an alert would have come at this point. Okay, so and you can see from my crosshair that windows 3 and 4 are both pink. Yeah, orange line above dotted yellow or pink center line, and we've got a current high. Okay, so this would have been virtually a jumping diamond scenario. Yeah. Okay, we can see that there's a mini low with a mini high, and then price came down to open percentage level, and more than likely there would have been, the white line would have joined it, and that would have been the current low. Price retraced up and gave us jumping diamond opportunity. Okay, so how to use these histograms. Obviously the histogram or window 5 can't draw vertical lines. Okay, so a best way for you to be able to go and do something there is to mark it, yeah, and see whether it's confirmed. Okay, so this is the only time you'll mark a vertical line yourself, or mark a vertical line to mark okay, to mark your histogram in window 5. Okay, and we're still looking for, and the same criteria that to confirm a vertical line would be required. Okay, now a confirmed vertical line says it must get a low diamond, a current low diamond. Histogram from the retracement finder doesn't guarantee that, but what it does is there's enough momentum for it to go towards the opposite riverbank. Okay, so the riverbank is an expected destination. Okay, we expect it to get there, and if a diamond comes before it gets to the riverbank, we exit. Okay, so hopefully that makes it reasonably clear as to jumping. Okay, and as well as that, okay, so over here in this area here, we can see that there's no vertical red line, but clearly price wants to go down. Yeah. So there's an area, and the vertical line would have liked to be drawn there, but because it has a lot of filters, and a lot of them are from multi-time frames, and they can't present it until that, like a 5-minute will have information from a 30-minute candle, an hour candle. So it requires that 1 hour candle to finish. So with all that, they're all not all synchronized. It won't draw a line. Okay, so that's why our window 5 allows us some opportunity, some way of taking. Now I'm just going to put these vertical lines just to mark the yellow histogram alerts. Yeah, so let me just do that first. Okay, I'm not going to do all of them. Okay, so the alert comes after the yellow histogram. So we look back at the yellow histogram, just like we do with a vertical line, and we check to see if criteria is met. Okay, so this first one, it's green shading. Okay, so perhaps that might have met criteria. The next one comes up, window 3 and 4, pink shading. We'll be looking to see if orange line it's above a dotted yellow or pink center line. Yeah, it's got a current high. Yes. Okay, so over there the measurement is to the riverbank. Yeah, now we can put the trade management lines So with this, that's 10 pips is pound, is New Zealand US. So 10 pips, and we can mark it there. So as I progress, we're closing the trades and that, but we can see a destination that it could be still aiming for. Okay, so there's nothing wrong with that. Now, this is operating just under 5 minutes. Now, if the 15 or 30 had a confirmed line or also supported and had pink center lines, then it would allow us to, would support price action going further than the pink riverbank and going to the trade management lines. Yep. Okay. So with this case is here, where it's, and this is a 5 minute New Zealand chart. So that was probably in the last couple of hours of Saturday of the US. So the market could be slowing down, but it slowly pushed its way down. And in the end, it sort of got to its 10 pips, okay? So, but this morning, as you can see, starting of the new week, our price action, or the price action, is a bit more lively. New Zealand and is like Aussie, it's, moves in the Asian time. Okay, so I just take some of these there. Okay. And this is what I mean, our 15-minute did have a confirmed line. And in the 5 minutes, yeah, we could have used that confirmed line, and we needed some timing to get in the 5 minute. We could definitely easily use these alerts. Okay, hitting 7:15, so it's probably got an alert coming. So yep, okay. Okay, so as in this case, should have done the old refresh trick, yeah? There were vertical lines underneath there, so we didn't have to actually pretend, do we? Okay, so I'll just take this. Blue box away. Okay, so now, and just going back to the resting multi-chart screen, and we can see how they actually work hand in hand. Okay, so over here, now we don't have a current high here, so we can't really enter this on a 15-minute chart. Okay, but what that does say to us, prices in the sell zone, all the criteria is met, so we'd expect that in a 5 minute we could get into that trade. Okay, all right. So there's always a link, and it's how we are able to go and, okay, so the comments I made at the beginning with regards to price, there was a diamond up there, okay, we saw the pink center line, and we saw the orange timing line above it, and it had momentum looking to at least getting to the open percentage line and perhaps getting deeper into the support band. Okay, now we've seen it has done that, yeah? So the use of the sort of language of identifying, why do I point out when it's solid pink, solid green, dotted yellow? Because it's indication of momentum, especially when it's tied in with our other criteria windows, yeah? Okay, so all these are pretty much core beliefs that we have about a chart, yes? Price can only go up or down or sideways. If it's going down, what do I want to see? I want to see lots of pink. I want to see price in the sell zone. I like to see diamonds above the green riverbank. Yeah. So we have an idea of the things we want to see when it's going up and what sort of momentum and insights we'd like to go and have the chart display to us. All our trading is really pip harvest, AFPH, or fulcrum trading. It's all about destination trading. Yep. What is the destination? If there's a downward movement and I've got a confirmed red vertical line, that red vertical line, when it's confirmed, is telling me about destination. It gives me a point where I can go and put mark it out, 1 for 1, 2 for 1. 1 for 1 is a destination point that has a default or channel to say whether it's 12 pips, 10 pips, 20 pips, etc. Yeah, it gives me a destination to aim for. The other destination sites that we're looking for is the opposite riverbank and any other levels displayed by indicator. And if they coincide or happen to be on above each other or superimpose at each other, make it more attractive for price to be attracted to it. Okay, so over here, when price was at the riverbank, it had a further destination that it could continue to. Okay, so, and destinations are profit taking points. Yeah, so a trade is not a trade unless you can see its destination or where you're going to take profit. Right, so the charts that have been provided are very heavily filled with these helpful framework, helping identify destinations, profit targets, the price when it has a direction that it's indicating that it, once it's pointed in that direction, with any sort of momentum, it's going to get there or go over or pass it. Okay, some questions. Okay, so same criteria as the VL. Yep. Did window DT zigzag window one change? Okay. So yes. Now over here, I've moved to diamonds because there was some feedback that people got distracted with the arrows pointing up, pointing down, etc. And yes, I have brought them into line because it's ways of just visually making you take note of something. Yeah. So the settings I have for these, 15, 20, and 5. Yeah. Now, the indicator that draws, that actually confirms whether it's a current high or low, is the DT zigzag MTF V2. Okay, so that's set at 24.15.9, and it will display that dotted white line and joins a red and white, a red and a diamond to a blue diamond, and vice versa. Okay, so what that does is allow me to have my cake and eat it too, or even let you have the cake and eat it too, because it allows, they'll draw diamonds, and when there's a current low, it'll actually provide the dotted line, so we can differentiate between a mini high and a mini low, and a current high and a current low. Okay, current high or current low will actually be joined by a dotted white. Okay, over here, there's no white line joining it, so these are not current highs or current lows. They're mini highs, mini lows. Okay. Now, this blue one appearing, notice that it's appearing pretty much as it pierced through the open level 0.236 and the riverbank. So we do expect it to actually find resistance and bounce off that. So having, if there was just a price spiking through it, sometimes we don't take as much notice. So, you know, so sometimes having a diamond pop up just makes us look a little bit closer. Oh, there might be an opportunity. Okay, so they're just additional details that prompts an action from us to say, hey, I've gone outside the riverbank and I'm showing you a little mini high. So you can see it's really in the sell zone and it's outside the river. I really would like to get back inside. Yep. So there's information everywhere, and the nicest trades are actually going to come from price action when it goes outside the riverbank. And if a diamond's outside, we expect, our expectation is that it's going to want to come back in, even if it's only briefly. Okay, but when it's actually confirmed and is followed up by vertical lines, what that tells us is there's actually destinations that price is actually going to meet. You know, it's definitely going to high probability to go and get to the opposite riverbank, to the next open percentage level, and even further than that. Right? And some of the things that allow us to visually see that is the separation of the orange timing line above the center line. The center line's solid pink. Yep. So yeah. So the good trades are actually going to do all the work themselves and present us really good trades. And with proper and consistent use, we'll find that we'll automatically take the easier trades that present themselves, that have everything going for them, where we don't actually feel that we need to overanalyze it. Okay, so now okay, so everything else, like, you know, the LGD River, I think a couple of weeks ago, said it's going to 1.5, 1.5, yeah. Okay, so it works its maths out, and as you can see, price action generally will move quite comfortably within and actually go to the opposite riverbank quite frequently. Okay, so and having a 1.5 it's generally a realistic target for price to move within. So when it moves outside of it, it gives us some indication that if our targets are met, that to expect that a diamond would turn up, or that's hit a level, a destination that it's happy with, and what it's going to do is going to reverse, retrace, and basically, you know, might even present itself in an opposite trade. Sometimes we're quite fixed there. Over here, where price is curving down, it's probably something. And the 5 minute might be producing a Fibonacci breakout, you know, M21 breakout. Okay, but certainly over here, that you can see that the river is actually in a 45-degree angle. It's formed a cup, and it's no surprise that we've got a pink center line, yeah? Okay, over here, pound Aussie. Okay, so let me just press a refresh button, see if there's any. No? Okay, so over here, price has gone outside, started during the last of the US session. It opened today. We've got a current high. So we've got no vertical line that we've got to work with at M15, but trades are obviously still presenting themselves. Okay. Okay, so from there to Riverbank, because we've got criteria met, we expect it to go to the opposite Riverbank, yeah? So we measure it. So, you know, 51 pips, M15 default, 30 pips. So it's going to go past the previous low. That's at 26. Okay. So once again, even if you didn't enter on the 15, what the 15 does is support a 5 minute, and we would expect it the 5 minute would have looked something like this. Okay, it'll turn up shortly. All right, so there we have it. Yep, so these are the two lines there. And you can see histogram here, but over here we do have confirmed vertical lines, and our 15 would have supported or indicated that there should be some trades. Now this could have been a jumping diamond trade. Okay, so but here's our histograms on window 5, as you can see, have a close correlation to a vertical line. So the only thing it can't tell us is that if it's going to get a current high or low diamond. Okay, that's certainly, if minimum criteria is met, the expectation is that it's going to move towards the opposite riverbank. Okay, and once again, some of the nice things that you can see is that with our riverbank, with the LG River, with its settings, allow us to utilize visually when the diamonds are up or outside, so to start looking for opportunities for bounce points and for entries into trades. Okay, so nearly every time that price action's gone outside the river, you'll see price then move towards the opposite riverbank. Yeah. So once again, it's a nice little visual that's presented by the chart itself. It's not something we have to go and do or play with. It'll actually produce it by itself, and it processes all the information through the various expert advisors and indicators. Let's see, any questions? All right, so all the key things is when price goes up, when we see a diamond outside, we're either closing a trade on appearance of diamond. When a diamond's outside the river, we do actually expect it to find it hard to stay out there. Over here, we've got 3 candles that are outside. Okay, it's not able to sustain it. It's going to want to come in. And if it's going to present a trade, we'd like to see the orange line go above the center line. We'd like to go and see shading, big shadings in windows 3 and 4. Okay, so I think there's another question, right? Yeah. Okay. Okay. Nothing escapes you, my dear Gina. Okay, so with the charts, there's a lot of choice information where we want all that information that's been processed by the different experts. When they arrive at the same answer or give the same indication of where price wants to go and synchronize like that, then we don't know from more than one source that price wants to go up. So in our charts, what I'm looking to do is extract information or get the information that's going to give us further information about what price would like to do so we can take full advantage. So in Pip Harvester, we are virtually looking at high time frames of the mini highs and lows of higher time frames. Okay, so for the 5 minutes, we're looking at the 4 hours. Why is that? Once again, if at this point here, it's a high in the 4 hour, so the 4 hour wants to come down. So even though 5 minute will move up and down, the 4 hour is still indicating that there's a low it wants to get to. Okay, so once again, this part, I'm not going to go too much into tonight, is once again just another way of allowing us to move into trade. So if price is going to go down, that means every time we get a mini blue diamond high, we should be, means the price action has gone back to a sell zone. It's going to bounce off and it's ready to come back for a sell trade. So to be there on alert, and we can see from here, we got that. And down here, we're ready for that trade because the high time frame says there. So it allows us to then say, well, it's going to go past that to the riverbank. Once again, gives us destination. So we can confidently predict and identify an achievable destination, profit target that price wants to go to. Okay, because price has always got a destination it wants to go to. Our job is to be able to go and find the tools and a way for our charts to relay that information to us. So as you can see, all the criteria remain the same for 8 months, 12 months. What it is using that same windows and seeing the information, any additional information that would allow us to optimize and be ready for a trade. Okay, it's great to get alerts, but if you can't make any use of the alerts to have you ready, there's a lot of times, yeah, and by the time you get to the trade, it's nearly finished, and then you're trying to jump into a trade where really you should be just waiting for the next trade. Okay, so what this does is, and that, so in the past, I've tried to make all multi-chart, the H1, M30, M5, and M15, the settings for window 2 exactly the same, where it can't really be that. Okay, so there's a slightly different setting for M30 and H1 because we can't go 4 time frames higher. If I go 4 times frame higher for H1, I'd be going 1, 2, 3, 4. That means I'm trading in the up and down of a monthly. Okay, so really it's not feasible. Okay, so that's doesn't go to 4 time frames, it only goes to 3. Yeah. So, but that's once again, it's just making more use of the real estate of what we've already got in front of us and bring in front. The key information I've already gone through. This is just additional ways to help us utilize when to expect really good trades. Okay, so the time's going to run out on me. I'll have this recorded and uploaded and pass it on to you. So please, any questions, best way, screenshot, ask me the question. You don't have to wait till next Monday to go and do that, okay? So, okay. So I'll say good night and thank you. Enjoy your week.